So we're getting ready to kick off with our official ball of the Auckland Rugby League, Steeden, and these are the Sports Safe ARL 9 balls for the Sports Safe tournament. Trying to give as many people to sponsor the Auckland Rugby League a plug as we can.
Of course, and they deserve it as well. We appreciate our loyal sponsors, and also a quick thank you to all of the volunteers out here today from the clubs in Auckland Rugby League, our referees, our match managers, and all of the club staff here at the Hibiscus Coast. As Waitemata get us underway and there's drama straight away from the kickoff, I think something's gone wrong with the kickoff, so we'll go back inside again.
Is he on the halfway line? No, he wants to come back. It's because we've got 3 lines down here. I think the 2 outside lines are painted lines from tag football or touch, and we're up and running.
And we're all good to go now. So the game underway, and Point Chev Little Generals will have first use of the ball, and it's the big fella with the initial carry. The handwriting is pretty rough on the Point Chev team list, so we'll do our best to identify the players. Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologise if we get one wrong.
Point Chev shifting it to their left-hand edge. Good tackle by the Waitemata centre. Second row up.
Utah Yuka with a good carry forward, and the little number 9 nips out of dummy half. It's Peyton Taplin. And Utah Yuka with a nice little chip and chase. The big fella's after it, but well regathered in the end by the Waitemata number 6, Motera.
He's tied it up fairly well. And, oh, little juggle there. The Waitemata Seagulls have to show a wee bit of patience now as they grind it out from inside their 20.
Of course, Waitemata come off an excellent season in the Sharman Cup competition, the Auckland 2nd Division. Did really well, I think probably overachieved by most people's standards. So they come into this one, no doubt, with plenty of confidence, despite the fact that they're coming up against the Fox Memorial Club. As they work it out towards the left-hand side now. And it's a short side dart again from Waitemata. Nice little fend off. Out there right up against the touchline, as we see our match managers in the background there. Slow play, the ball appeals for a penalty, and it is forthcoming. So Waitemata now will get the penalty, and they'll put Point Chev under some real pressure here. Interesting to see how Point Chev react. We saw them well overrun in the first game, the Little Generals. And the club's Ortex side also losing on the backfield earlier today.
And I think the Little General name there is harking back to one of the famous halfbacks that come out of Auckland Rugby League, is the Little General himself, Stacey Jones, as a schoolboy pirate growing up there in the club down there, and hence why they've called themselves the Little Generals for the Sports Safe ARL 9s. So here we go now. Waitemata Seagulls down inside the 20. Let's see what they do with the ball as they are now attacking the Pirates line.
Yeah, back out towards the right, and there's numbers here if they can execute it, and it's put down in the end by the number 2, Jonathan Sophia. He was into a little bit of space, juggled it, and then in the end it rolls into touch. So some decent play there from Waitemata, but the execution just a little bit off. Point Chev now will work it off their line.
And he looks like he has a bit of speed there, winger there. And I don't know whether that's because of the pink socks or Severe being, I'm going to go with a Fijian name.
Well, pink makes everyone faster, doesn't it, Troy?
Well, that and coloured boots.
That's right, and there are some interesting boots on display today. You'll see later on when we stream the Hibiscus Coast game. Liam Eklund in the bright orange boots. He's already been getting a little bit of stick from his mates here at Stanmore Bay for that, as Point Chev looks like go into touch. So both teams prepared to chance their arm early in this one, but so far no score. Both teams probably struggling to execute a little bit. I'm sure that will get better as the game goes on, as Waitemata work it back towards halfway now, and Christopher Cowan with the first carry. And there's a little juggle of the ball there. He hasn't got away with it. I thought he might have at first. So lots and lots of errors, and you're probably just seeing, in comparison to the last game we streamed, just a little bit of a drop in quality in the teams here. couple of
Yeah, it
simple
just seems
little
to
errors.
be they've sort of gone in a little bit of an arm wrestle up and down the field, but there hasn't been too much of a threat on the on anyone's try line at this time. And Point Chevalier are on a roll now against the Waitemata Seagulls, and a little bit untidy, a little loose, trying to tidy it up.
And just an interesting point to note there, Troy, we see Sione Fiel, who we've known as a kind of stalwart of the Otahu club, I guess, a loyal servant over the last few years. He's obviously trying his luck at Point Chev this year. He's a quality player, one of the better second rowers running around in the Fox Memorial competition, so interesting to see how he goes today. He's had a couple of nice carries already, so another good part, I guess, of the SportSafe ARL Nines is the first look at some player transfers and who's trying out at new clubs. And there is a terrible chop out wide from Aaron Smith, the number 3. We've seen some tries go big in already today, so the execution just a little bit off. You would expect that with it being pre-season, of course. It is a pre-season competition, but some nice open footy nonetheless. So Waitemata now working it off their line.
Yeah, and I think that just takes a little bit of sting out of the attack for them, and Waitemata get another chance now to run it out. Good wide pass here. Here we go.
A nice little
good step.
Yeah, nice little in and away there from Mave Muru. Into dummy half is Richard Corbeau. Back towards the sticks. Nice little cutout pass, and the Point Chev defence are not shuffling here, and they are in trouble. As a result, Utah Yorker gets back well to make a tackle. He's a quality player, of course. We have seen him over the last few years playing in the college competition. A West Auckland boy. A little chip over the top there, regathered by Point Chev, and that was really a nothing kick, wasn't it, Troy? A little chip and chase, there wasn't much on.
Yeah, probably not the right option there. Had players outside of him to the right, and still they've got the right end of the territory, and they've got to really muscle up here and tackle, contain them down here, work hard, control the ruck. And that's not how to control the ruck, as they come straight up the centre, and there's some good metres gained.
And it's a good opportunity to mention here, we've got 8 clubs on display here at the SportSafe ARL Nines. It is nearing footy season, so look, for kids or adults or anyone in between, get in contact with your local club if you're interested in playing. Clubs are always looking for new players, of course. So you can find all the details on the Auckland Rugby League website, aucklandleague.co.nz. Click on Find a Club and get in touch. Play the greatest game of all. As we see Point Chev receive a penalty now, and a good opportunity to mount some pressure late in the first half here, and it's a carry forward from the number 16, Lenny Lemire. Carries it up towards the sticks. Taplin at dummy half, they spread it out towards the left, and I think that may be Sione Fiel, who has barged over. We highlighted him earlier, but we're going to have a knock on. I think Sione thought he'd scored the try, was gladly accepting the handshakes from his teammates, but there is a knock on there. So Waitemata dodge a bullet late in the first half here at the SportSafe ARL Nines at Stanmore Bay.
And just on that end piece there from Corey, we're a 0-all draw, and that's pretty reflective of the game at the moment. You know, Waitemata probably been let off the hook there the last couple of times down inside their 20, and as you can hear from the ground announcement, we're coming down to the last final stages as we go to the half-time break. Unless something dramatically happens, this is going to be a 0-all draw. However, Waitemata have just shifted it wide to the left. Here we go. Speechless Prince's ears back.
Jonathan Corbeau out on the left out there, I believe. We'll wait for some identification on that number, but it's going to be a try under the sticks. So some great work from Waitemata there to score under the posts. I think it may have actually been the opposing winger, Faivani Chapman, who's gone over.
And you can see as they went round to score underneath the post, he slowly strolled his way in there and very lazily put the ball down. And why is he doing that, Corey? He's doing that to let the big boys have a breather.
Yeah, I dare say there's a few tired-looking boys out there as the conversion, I think, goes over from in front. And Waitemata take the lead here at the SportSafe ARL Nines. So and we've just heard there's been a technical issue with the hooter, so that will be half-time. So Waitemata 6, Point Chev Little Generals 0. as we head towards the break. And Troy,
Yeah, Waitemata Sea Eagles be wrapped with that going to the half-time break, 6-0 up. So they'll need to, you know, keep that momentum going, and they'll want more of the same. The Point Chevalier chat's going to be completely different, I'd say. And